are you guys doing in terms of practice?
It'll be primarily a walkthrough, jog through tempo, just with the number of guys that we had playing in and having the short week. Definitely wanted to do a little bit more, but following the advice of our medical staff and regards, then we'll have 2 really good days coming up here, tomorrow and, what is that, Thursday?
We get a day in pads tomorrow?
Yes.
Do you feel like all your key guys are healthy and ready to go after getting kind of lighter duty this week or last week?
Yeah, I think, we're in pretty good health right now, so I think the most important thing is just for all those guys just that did play, get their bodies back, and then we have to have a great week of preparation.
And do you anticipate Malik would be able to be the backup quarterback this week?
I would anticipate that.
And Tavian Wicks, has he been cleared?
He is not cleared. He's not cleared the protocol, but the practice is part of the return to play.
Now you got a chance to look back at it, how'd you think Diggs did Saturday or Sunday? Gosh dang it, my days are all confused too.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. It's Wednesday in our world, so I thought there was a lot of good things that he did. So it's just about getting him up to speed so that, half or doesn't feel like there's things that we cannot call.
Is that possible?
I think so, absolutely. He's been putting in extra time and meeting with DA and the rest of our DB coaches, and he's been doing a really nice job. And it's not, his learning curve is going to be a little bit different than a lot of other players, and the fact that he's played a ton of football.
What were the good things that stood out with him, especially in the situation he's in, Week 18, coming in with a new team?
I just think he played physical. He had one play where he had a nice punch at the ball. So that was really what stood out to me.
How much have you talked to the team and showed them the tape from 3 weeks ago? Was it just the day after you put it to bed? Do you bring up a lot of those same things this week?
No, absolutely. We always kind of just talk about some of where our focus needs to be and things that we have to do better, and just what the opposition's going to present.
With how that ended, do you sense the same amount of resolve and disbelief over how that went as you showed that?
No, I think that's in the past. I think there's nothing we can do about that. We just got to look to the future.
How valuable do you think experience is in a week like this? You're going against an opponent that doesn't have any postseason experience. This is your 3rd straight year in it.
Yeah, I think there's some value in that, but ultimately it's about just being able to go out there and kind of channel your emotion and go out and execute. So the team that typically can do that the best is probably going to be the team that wins the game.
Is it just a football game at the end of the day? I mean, you don't have to treat it any differently. Obviously, the stakes are higher and all, but
absolutely. I mean, it's the same thing our guys have been doing all season long. It's a tough opponent on the road, a division rival. There's obviously going to be a lot of excitement, and not only, everywhere about this game. So, we just got to go play our type of game.
You've played them a number of times, but can you appreciate how historic this matchup is in the postseason against the Bears, how rare it is for you guys to play them?
Yeah, it's a pretty cool deal. I think anytime you're talking about division rivals and you're in the playoffs with a lot at stake, I think it just heightens it a little bit.
Is there an added challenge this week trying to switch things up because you've seen the same opponent 3 times in the last month?
I would say it's the same for both. We're both in the same boat.
Hey, Matt, you always talk about taking advantage of your opportunities. Did you think Sorrell, Cox, and Colin Oliver did that? Can you use them a little bit more in this game?
Yeah, potentially. I think they definitely showed well. I was really impressed with their style of play, their effort, and their ability to go out there and make some plays. So I thought all 3 of those guys did a really nice job.
Josh had 4 carries against Baltimore, didn't play last week. What kind of shape is that knee in? Is this about as fresh as he's been in some time?
I think that's a better question for Josh. I'm sure you guys will get an opportunity to ask him later, but he seems like he's in great spirits.
What would it do if you guys could get Zach Tom back for the first time in a month?
Well, I think that'd be a huge get. I mean, he's our most consistent offensive lineman. He's one of the best, I think, in the league and at his position. And so, yeah, that would definitely be a boost.
Do you expect him to play Saturday?
I would expect him.
Matt, you've had a number of games down the stretch, 6 games, I think you had well over 300 yards. But has there been anything you feel like has been just missing from the offense that you would like to see taken to another level? I know the red zone is one issue where you had some issues.
You just took the words right out of my mouth, Spoon. I mean, you got to finish. You got to score touchdowns in the red zone, and that's the bottom line. I think it doesn't. You can move the ball in between the 20s all day long, but you have to finish drives, and you can't have, just. Every play is so pivotal down there. You can't have any mistakes. There's no wasted plays. It just sets you behind the sticks. And, I mean, that's not where you want to be against this defense.